Yo, what up, guys? Welcome back to the Star Wars Studios YouTube channel. Today, I want to be talking about the cold that's coming in across the plains, but mainly it's coming in from the Midwest. So let's break it down right now. Starting with the top headline, we have the extreme cold that's coming on across pretty much all of us. All of us are gonna get the action. Rather, it's gonna be the warmest if you. It's gonna be the warmest if you are in the Oklahoma Panhandle, but then it's gonna be the coldest if you're in northeastern Oklahoma to eastern Oklahoma. Our coldest area is gonna be the 70% chance of temperatures being below normal temperature. And that does include Tulsa, Claremore, Muskogee, Tahlequah, I always say that wrong, Stigler, Fort Smith, Bartlesville, and Miami. Then, we move over. We have the 60% chance of temperatures being below normal temperature across Oklahoma City, Edmond, Clinton, Woodward, Ain, Ponca City, Pawnee, Stillwater, McCaster, Ardmore, Lawton, Clinton, Beaver, all those areas. And finally, once again, we have our warmest area right here. It's gonna be across the Oklahoma Panhandle. It's just a 15% chance, so it still is pretty cold. Across, Guyman, Goodwell, Keys, Boise City. But if we look, just to our northeast, we have some extreme cold going on across the Midwest right now. And that does not have to move much farther to get into our area. We'll monitor this, but for now, nothing to worry about. Now, of course, I am going to talk about the temperatures a little bit across the state through the next few days. Right now, when this is being recorded around 5 p.m., 77 in Enid, 77 in Stillwater, 74 in Oklahoma City, 77 in Lawton, and 74 in Ardmore. And you notice those coldest areas are in that lowest temperature area. So it's definitely taking effect already. Now moving on throughout tonight, you can see temperatures are in the 60s. It's definitely getting kind of chilly tonight, if you want to think it that way. Look at 68 or 67 in Stillwater, 67 in Bartlesville. Pretty much we're all getting action in the 60s all across the state. But that's early in the morning around 5 a.m. Now talking about tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to be we're going to be up into the mid to upper 70s. 77 in Oklahoma City, 78 in Lawton, 79 in Ardmore, 74 in Bartlesville, and 75 in Tulsa. And notice, look at that again. The coldest areas is in Bartlesville and Tulsa. Once again, I'm telling you, it's because of that. It's because of what we talked about earlier. Now moving on to Sunday. Now once again, early in the morning. This time we're actually going to be in the 70s early in the morning. But yeah, the farther we go south, the higher 70s in Oklahoma. But it's still going to be 60, the higher 60s across Eden, Stillwater, Tulsa, and Bartlesville. And then all we can see moving on is just 5 p.m. and that's 79. And look at it. It's 80 in Lawton. So the temperature isn't ending for all of us quite yet. But look at Bartlesville. Look at Tulsa. It's 76. That's a big difference. If you look at eastern and southern Oklahoma, it's 80. But if you look at Bartlesville, Tulsa, it's cold. It's colder, I should say. Zooming in on some other areas of the Tulsa area, 76 and J, all those areas. it's time to talk about the severe weather probability, because there's obviously going to be that chance of severe weather. I mean, come on, it's Oklahoma. There's always going to be that chance. So there's a slight risk of severe weather that goes out for the far west Oklahoma Panhandle, but still is for only Sarah County. Not many other counties. Now, if we look at as it's going, the new severe thunderstorm warning just got issued for Union County, New Mexico, which that's really close to us. But today, there will be that 5% chance for damaging winds. Now that kind of expands out into the marginal a little bit, so that includes parts of Texas County. So it includes all of Boise City, and then we have the hail, which is this is actually the highest risk right now. There's a 15% chance for large hail across Sarah County. So that's where the increased hail threat's gonna be. You know, Lamar, LeJung. Why am I talking about Kansas County? But then we have the tornado threat, which is very low, but it's not zero. The tornado threat's not zero. There is a 2% tornado risk across pretty much the same area as this light, so prepare for isolated tornado. And then finally, one last thing I do want to touch on is this slight risk of excessive rainfall, meaning that there's a flooding chance in parts of Texas and Sarah counties. So just prepare for isolated flooding. A slight means at least a 15% chance. To be persistent a little bit about it,